I cough throughout.
Oh yeah, she got some bronchitis or
Bronchitis
something. You going to the doctor tomorrow, right?
Yep.
Welcome to another Woods Report. Jonathan Majors.
That shocked me.
I was just talking about him before this whole thing came up. I said it was trying to make him.
It would have shocked me more if it was Michael B. Jordan.
Why? Because he Miss Squeaky Clean.
Because he's the squeaky. What did they say? Nerdy, corny.
Yeah, corny guy.
You would not expect a corny guy,
right,
to be charged with what? Jonathan, to me, he looks like he would have,
and he always carrying that cup around.
He looked like he looked like he.
But they assassinate black men. They
start trouble.
He should have known it was coming.
But if
they not gonna let you rise that fast.
If they've gotten if they've done all the investigation. And if this is so, if supposedly, if the lady who claims
that he hit her and all this,
she's
it doesn't matter. It don't matter.
It just makes me wonder: is it that same old story, same old history,
same
right?
Yep,
right.
But here's the thing: well, you said the R word. We didn't got demonetized in the first how many seconds?
Sorry.
We ain't even been on that long. And we already got demonetized. But anyway, the point is that
taking vacation, you forget things.
I told you YouTube is a computer.
I know.
All it does is listen for words.
You got that one twice.
That's all it does.
I'm sorry.
It listens for words and then it puts you out there. Oh, I'm not gonna let that go nowhere.
Oh no.
It'll be the same 6 people looking at our videos. Every video we say something. So to me, it's not even about I've given up money on YouTube.
Really?
Because we can't talk free. So I've given it up. If y'all support us,
gaining millions and millions of followers, talk clean.
Well, they changed. YouTube has cracked up on stuff, so they changing things.
Because you are naming people who
that cuss
I think are a little risque. And they have a lot of followers.
They changing things though.
Okay.
So but now to me, people just have to support us other ways.
Okay.
Like y'all can do super chats and now while you live, you can send us a super chat if you like us, if you want to see us stay on the air. Or you can, we got a joke book coming out. Hopefully tomorrow we'll release it on Amazon.
Okay,
and they can buy that. And then my hair products will be coming out. So different ways they can support. But I've given up on
the words like that. Simple words like that, where it's in our unfortunately, we say it a lot.
Because you're going to say it. You're going to say it all the time.
We got to say violate.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
You're gonna say it all the time.
Well, she was saying he violated her. And apparently...
Right.
It's not true.
Well, according to her, it's not true. Whatever. It don't matter. Even if it's not true, a lie travels around the world.
That's the sad thing about it, how that lie, if it is a lie, like they're finding out how fast that lie traveled to the point where advertisers are pulling the plug from him.
Yep. So let's start off with your favorite person first.
Everybody's favorite person. Comb over.
Yeah, comb over.
Orange Nixon.
Trump takes aim at investigations at Waco rally.
That Waco rally, when I see the word Waco, I think of wacko.
Well, you think of that man, that Christian man or whatever that had
the
those
knucklehead.
People.
But the word Waco, I say wacko.
Oh,
because there's been a lot of wacko activity in that city. And Trump being there don't make it better. Because he act a little wacko.
What happened?
Well,
let me have some potatoes.
He's actually... He has to be careful because they can even get him for he's threatening the prosecutors, those that are coming against him. And one of the comments that the lady...
No, he's threatening them or his people?
He is. He's making comments like... He's threatening them. Mama said it. Yeah, because he could be in trouble for doing that.
What is he saying?
They gonna be heard or anything violating them.
Wow.
Destruction on you. And Whoopi brought up a good point. You who we talk about people causing injury and harm to folks and being dangerous. You're doing the same thing. You're dangerous. Your rhetoric, all that rhetoric that he throws out there. But one of the comments, Sonny was talking about as a prosecutor, you come at one, more are going to come at you. So that's not going to slow down. You can threaten them. She said they had a lot of death threats as prosecutors. And you think about it, they would.
You know, I'm kind of torn. Believe it or not, Mom would probably fall out of her chair. I'm kind of torn with the Trump thing. You know why?
Why?
Remember I said it's always great when it's somebody you don't like, when the rule is set. Like that's how I was saying, like with Republicans or with conservatives. It's always wonderful to allow the judges, the Supreme Court, to have so much power when they saying stuff you want.
The ball is in their
But when
court.
they start saying get rid of all the Christians and 666, then you're not gonna like the Supreme
like,
Court.
oh my God, I don't want them over us.
That's the same way I feel about Trump. It's all nice and dandy because we don't like him. So for us to say a prosecutor from a state can go after a former president, we don't care because we don't like him. But imagine if it was like Obama or something and Mississippi DA wanted to go after Obama. We would be more like, wait a minute. You can't just go after no president. There's got to be some kind of federal stuff going on
Well,
here.
if they do go after them, because it kind of goes back to what you're saying about all of them, because we don't pick sides as far as politics. Hillary.
Exactly.
If she's done something wrong with the emails and stuff, I know.
But she wasn't a president.
No, I'm just saying, I know with Obama, unless it's something we all just didn't know.
Yeah.
What mess could he have done or started? So it's almost like y'all finding stuff now.
Right.
Now it's becoming a witch hunt.
Right.
That's what a witch hunt is. When it's not
when
true.
You start looking for stuff.
And you looking for something and you try to make it bigger than what it is.
But you can't set a precedent on whether something is, you feel like it's big enough. It has to be, do you feel like a district attorney from a state can go after a president or a former president? Or should it be something more Congress or the justice system or something more
because
along
it
the lines
in that state? I guess that's in that state.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, what if somebody said, Obama, he sold me a bad car or something. I don't know, whatever. And the district attorney in that state says, oh, I'm going to pull him into court and all this. We'll be like, that's the ex-president of the United States.
But what can we say?
That's why I'm torn.
If Obama did do something illegal, we would want Obama's hand slapped too.
Right.
But one of the comments that Alyssa made, she was saying, okay, I lost my train of thought. It was along the lines of, she's noticing the people, the amount of supporters that he has. They were, not to say that it was a good thing on January 6th, but people were afraid of their freedom, the freedom to vote, the freedom taken away from them. So they were more apt to fight. Right. To do crazy stuff.
Yeah. But with him,
this one is about him and some stormy.
Nobody cares.
I'm not going all out the way for you.
Well,
man.
I told you that. Yeah. And the fact that he wasn't there. Yeah. On this January 6th. If he would have been comb over, would have climbed through the window like everybody else and was walking around according to old stale, what's his name? That showed the video, Tucker. Just looking at walking around nice.
Physically there. Well, he couldn't be physically there.
Well, he wanted to. He wanted to turn the car around.
There's no way an ex-president can be in anywhere near a crowd. Because that'd be an opportunity for somebody who don't like him to hit him in the head.
But these are his people. He feel like he can walk amongst the people.
That's dangerous. Yeah. I see it.
Well, we saw what happened to Jesus walking among the people. Nobody can walk among the people.
But Jesus,
they love you one minute and the next
how to flee the crowd, did he?
He fled.
He snuck through the crowd. He found a way out where they couldn't get him because they was about to nail him down. But when he wanted it's my time to die. When I say it's time.
When he was ready to get caught, he got caught. Yeah. When he didn't want to get caught, he didn't.
And it didn't even do a crowd. It was one of his knucklehead disciples.
Yeah,
so hey, I know where he's at. Go and get him.
So I don't know.
But one thing Anna did say, I don't know, one of the ladies said on The View that how helpful he was to DeSantis being governor. Well, I didn't realize that.
DeSantis is governor because
of Trump. Trump endorsed him. He was running against another person. And that other person was so many points ahead. He actually endorsed DeSantis, which really helped DeSantis win as governor.
Well, that's why he's mad. Because Comover, he don't like when people go against him.
Backstabbing him.
Yeah.
I helped you out and you going to come at me.
And he's right. If I helped you get into that position, why would you turn around and then come after me?
Because he's trying to dissociate himself now with anything Trump has to do, right? So he can stay. It's almost like a catch-20 with him. because he still needs his followers,
Mm-hmm.
but yet he don't want to show outwardly that he's with him.
Yeah,
I don't know how you do that. That's kind of hard to do.
I know y'all ain't gonna like DeSantis is worse than Trump.
You said Terminator 2.
He's Terminator 2.
Terminator 2. You guys remember that movie, Terminator 2? He was a better.
Worse.
Well, he was better
Yeah,
built.
yeah.
You would cut him up, and he would formulate back into the same.
DeSantis is worse.
That's
because
scary.
I don't recall Trump trying to get rid of African American studies and all kind of stuff. Trump is the type of person, as long as you don't say nothing bad about me, I'm good.
Right.
Whereas DeSantis, he'll go after you whether you say something bad or not. He has this whole, and also too, he has this whole thing of morals. Like, this is morally right.
Right.
Versus
I'm the moral
Trump.
compass.
Versus Trump, we know he ain't moral. So he
wouldn't
don't go
care.
after that.
Right.
He don't, that's like for him, that's why he picked Pence. You would deal with the Christian people like that. I don't do that.
Yeah, you hold their hand and pray with them.
Yeah, I don't do that.
I don't need to.
But DeSantis comes off as like this moral, I'm going to be the person that's going to make sure everybody sticks to what they're supposed to.
I'm cleaning it up.
Yeah.
That's unclean. We don't want our kids to learn that.
Yeah,
You know, in the world of being morally correct and doing, you know, the godly thing, we're not going to teach kids about any of that stuff. Even Black history, because we don't want people angry and being reminded and thinking, being blamed and feel bad.
Well, here's the thing, and I said this to you earlier. I almost feel like DeSantis is a plant. I think that he is for Trump. I really do. Because you said the comment, drink your water. You said the comment that Trump helped DeSantis get into office. So why would DeSantis not turn around and help Trump get back into office by almost being a villain? It's almost like he's worse, so you make Trump look better. Also, you split the vote for anybody else that wants to go against Trump. So Trump supporters are stronger. You know what I'm saying? Like, if DeSantis and Nikki Haley, they're going to split that vote.
Exactly.
For people who don't want Trump.
Right.
But the Trumpsters are going to stick with Trump. I don't care if it's 18 people on that stage.
So you really think that there could be some backhand agenda?
I don't trust politics.
Because I think DeSantis really wants to go further in his level of power.
I think he does, but I think he understands that he has to kiss the ring. And the ring is Trump. That's why let's just see how this plays out.
Let's see how it plays out.
I think he's a plant. I think he's there to split the vote for people who don't want Trump. And I think he's so obnoxious and over the top that people that were in the middle will vote for Trump. Because they like, I don't want DeSantis. He's too far right.
Well, going back to DeSantis as far as his moral compass, and I'm thinking the opposite. I'm thinking a plant for even what has been prophesied with the 666.
Oh, becoming too
because if you think about it,
godly,
very godly. Don't show cleavage on TV.
Everything.
Don't use profanity.
Yeah.
Alcohol. We may have to slowly get rid of that
and
one.
And remember we talked about how whenever
a perfect society.
Remember we talked about when we was in the car driving back, I said, God gives you a choice. And if you don't have anything on the opposite to look at, how is that a choice?
Right.
If I say choose me, and all the things that's in front of you is me.
It's just me.
How is that a choice?
It's not giving me a choice to say, honestly, they chose me.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. They've had issues. There was some challenges, but they chose me.
So okay, here we go. Scooby Doo says hello, everyone.
Hey.
Wendy says hey, ladies.
Hey.
And Jay Boogie Knows says hi, ladies. Hey, y'all.
Hey, people.
So does my plan this? What is this?
Go ahead.
Know who held his first official presidential campaign rally in Waco, Texas, on the 30th anniversary of the deadly FBI raid on cult leader David Koresh's compound. Now, he started his appearance off by playing a song recorded by imprisoned January 6th insurrectionists before launching into his usual list of poor me. Take a look.
2024 is the final battle. That's going to be the big one. From the beginning, it's been one witch hunt and phony investigation after another. I did rallies for Ron that were massive rallies, and they were very successful. So we got him the nomination. We then got him the election. The weaponization of our justice system is not, as some have called it, a political spectacle. This is the central issue of our time.
Treat yourself.
Who was that black Negro?
They
standing
always
behind him?
put one or two black people in the back. It used to be a black family. Remember that black family? They used to put that same black family. He'd be in Texas and Arkansas.
Can you follow Mr. Trump to the next?
Can they at least change their hairstyles?
And if he comes up to get his ticket, they'll be, here you go. You're gonna stand
Yeah.
right behind him.
Well, that's how they used to do those. The woman, Diamond and Silk.
Mhm.
He used to bring them on
Let
the
them
road.
put him
Yeah.
in- okay.
But now it's only like a few, and he always have them play. Remember the black lady at the
Oh
debate?
yeah, the bobblehead.
Yeah, the bobblehead. Yeah, her. Where's she at now?
I don't even know.
So it's always a few. We know the black people. We see them all the time. So we know who they are.
But I don't know.
I guess if you want to stick out, you would be a Trumpster.
Yeah, you would. You would stick out if we were to go that way, like him said.
Well, I told y'all
like
if-
Diamond and
I told y'all if we did it's because somebody called and said, I'll give y'all $1 million.
y'all know we being paid off.
All y'all watching. If tomorrow
If we come back and go,
you know Trump ain't that bad.
Trump is not that bad. you
Y'all,
guys.
let me
I
tell
don't
you
even know
something.
what we were thinking when we were talking about him.
Y'all need to quit talking about that man.
Yes, because he is the future. Y'all would write
No.
letters.
You would know. No, the people that know us from the beginning say, how much they giving y'all?
Right. So Wendy will say, what they paying you guys?
And I'll text
girl,
you.
they paying off our house.
I said,
Girl, we got another house in the...
Yeah, they giving them $3 million.
Oh, I just can't sell my soul for that.
No, not for that.
Woo.
Not for that.
Okay.
But we would have to ease into it. We couldn't go Monday.
Like boom in your face.
We would have to ease. Like
Right.
start saying stuff like, let's start looking at Trump in a different way.
Yeah.
Then maybe another week. You know,
We'll figure it out because we
It
would
won't
have to
be
tell
night and
whoever
day.
if you have a sign in this, we would say we can't do it right away because our
Exactly.
followers would know something's up. We have to ease on in there because we, just so you know, we're not either party.
Right.
So we can go either way.
Exactly.
Whoever got good ideas.
Exactly. Whoever got good ideas.
But
Which
let's,
in reality is real. That is what I believe.
That's
if he
true.
says something I agree with, I will say
I
it.
mean, as crazy as he's been, I hate to say this, and we keep reminding everybody, when he was in office,
Yeah.
we made money.
Well, money wise, yeah, he's good at
We
that.
made our
That's
bus-
about it.
our
Everybody else
businesses
is
made
poor,
money.
but if
my
you-
job gave us
Yeah.
another what do you call it when they give you a little special money?
Mm-hmm.
When he was in office.
Mm-hmm.
But other than the
Tax
crazy
breaks for
tax
everybody.
breaks, yeah. So
But let's see how things go.
and
But
if he keep continuing to say, like you were thinking, let's see with the DeSantis and that whole thing.
I
If he
think he's
keeps
a plan.
if he keeps saying it where he's mad, I don't know.
yeah,
If he's mad, like I've helped DeSantis become governor.
Yeah.
I put my foot out there and now he stabs me in the back. Let's see how he takes that.
I think that's all a plant though.
We'll see.
Emerald says, "Hey everybody, hey Emerald."
hey.
Kiki says, "Hello sisters, I've been praying for you both." Oh, thank
Thank
y'all.
you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, so that's the end of him. I'm sick of talking about them. You done?
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Majors.
We started talking about him at the beginning, you guys, because I was telling my sister when I heard this on the news, I wasn't shocked. I was surprised.
Why
but
wasn't you shocked?
like I said earlier, if it would have been Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, okay, all right. Somebody corny. They say is quote unquote corny.
Michael B. Jordan. No, he did not hit anybody. What is wrong
Right.
with you?
Yeah.
He didn't violate anyone.
Right.
Jonathan, he has that look like.
Well, he's been playing villains in every
I don't
movie.
know. I'm starting to believe the villain thing.
Right. Well, that's why we said villain or hero. Okay, let's everybody calm down and relax for a second.
Okay.
All right, let's dissect this.
Okay.
First of all, whether you believe that he is innocent or guilty, he should have known it was coming. Because you're a black man, you own every magazine.
Watch yourself, black
you
man.
all over the place. You got a white girlfriend.
Watch yourself,
Dude.
black man, when you're dating white women.
You are a
Target.
It's
It's that
so
big old target on
ridiculous.
his back, like she can press the button anytime,
It's-
and your career goes a stumbling down.
If he didn't know that, And then carrying that stupid cup around. And
Yeah.
he said his mom told me. I heard the whole story about the cup, and I
Mhm.
understand. But carrying a cup around, people automatically think something strange about you.
Mm.
So then you setting them up.
Yeah.
You letting them, they like, it's easy for us to throw something on you.
And then he took the role of being what's his name from the Bulls. He gonna play his life. That's a crazy
Dennis
man, too.
Rodman.
You gonna play Dennis Rodman?
So let's dissect this for a second. We already knew it was coming. Like you said, that's no shock.
It's no shock when it happens with a
Right.
interracial couple.
Now, the thing that helps him, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
is he's put in enough sweat equity in the black community.
Mm-hmm.
So black people are protective of him. We're not going to throw him out like we would some black
Right.
people.
He's still invited to the barbecue.
He's at the barbecue.
He's at the barbecue.
And he's put in enough sweat by helping Michael B. Jordan in his
Uh-huh.
movie.
Mhm.
That's a black man doing a movie,
Mhm.
coming out on the Oscars. Hey,
Yes.
Auntie, with Angela Bassett. We like him.
We're embracing him.
We like him.
Okay.
The black he's at the picnic.
Okay.
He got ribs in his hand, and then somebody comes and slaps his plate out of his hand. So when that happens, everybody at the barbecue is like, "What's going on?
Oh.
Why y'all knocked the plate out his hand? He was doing fine." So I believe that will help him
Okay.
get through this.
Okay.
He will always have an asterisk next to his name, though.
I don't like.
He will never,
Okay.
ever not have it because of the accusation.
Here's the thing,
And that's the thing that's bad about
and
it.
you guys know the history of the white women screaming, "He violated me in any way, touched, said,
He looked at me.
he looked at me wrong, he blinked, he
Yeah,
winked, he
yeah.
sniggled,
Yeah.
anything."
He told me to shut up.
I'm scared.
He yelled at me.
Oh my God.
I'm going through some emotional problems because
And
he yelled
he
at
hollered
me.
at me and yelled.
Yeah,
"Ugh."
yeah,
He kicked
yeah.
my foot.
Yeah.
"Ugh."
Yeah, it's over.
But when you told me that they're finding out that she recanted.
She recanted the story, which means nothing because people gonna automatically say she was paid off.
The damage is done.
From Marvel. This is a $3 billion movie
Yes.
that is with him.
Yes.
They can't lose him. It's already
The
been
damage
filmed.
is done.
So when all these attorneys come out
Mhm.
from Disney and everywhere else,
Mhm.
that's it. They're gonna destroy
You
whatever
said some
you said against them.
You said advertisers are already
Well,
pulling
you see here,
out.
Jonathan Majors, U.S. Army commercials pulled after actors' arrest for alleged assault.
And here's the thing that I don't like, you guys. Even aside with the cancel culture thing, I don't like when somebody automatically pulls out before you even do the investigation. Can we like sit down and go, let's see if this is all
No,
real before
no.
you pull out?
No, he's a villain. He plays a villain. He is a big
Would
black
they have
man.
done that with Tom Hanks?
He's also a big black man. He's
Would they have
big.
done that with Tom Hanks?
No. Well, there's two other Marvel comics that nobody talks about that played characters who were
Violated women or something?
who were alleged assault. They
Oh,
assaulted somebody.
Okay.
I can't even name them.
Isn't
That show you they don't talk about 'em.
what's his name that plays the robot?
Oh yeah.
And they
I know
killed
you're talking
killed this character.
I know
off.
you talking about. Go ahead.
Him,
Yeah.
the machine thing.
We know you talking about.
Didn't he hurt somebody?
Well, alleged all of that,
Alleged.
and he has a bad personality.
Very bad history.
history. Yes.
Oh, what was his name? If y'all think of it,
Y'all,
Tony something. No,
God darn it.
he in the suit. And the black guy that Don Cheadle got in the suit too and was playing, and they was, what's his name?
Hold on. Iron Man.
Iron Man. Iron Man has some
Iron
problems.
Man.
So
Y'all know Iron Man. He got every issue
thank
in
you.
real life.
But yet they didn't pull like the commercials and stuff from him.
But if you look at some of the other ones, there are like two other ones that have alleged assaults, and we can't even think of their names because the story was buried somewhere.
It disappeared.
But look at him, alleged assault
alleged.
on ABC News,
Yes.
CBS, Fox,
It's on everybody's news.
everybody's news.
Oh.
So he know but you know that. You know that.
Now, are you going to continue seeing that lady? Are you going to date? You're going to date?
I don't have
woman
a
of color?
no. Hold on. I don't have a problem with somebody dating somebody that's not black. But understand when you dive in that pool, what comes with it. That's all I'm saying.
That's true.
Understand.
Any woman, really, but
you even especially, because all she has to do is pick up the phone and say you did something.
But you
going to jail.
You made a good point though, and it makes me really concerned. If that abuse was to a black woman,
oh, forget it.
Would it be lost?
It'll be lost.
Forgotten?
They would have said
what'd you do to him?
They would have said they was fighting. Number one.
Did you make him mad?
No. If it was a black woman, and we don't even know if this is a white woman or a black woman. We all just speculating at this point.
Yeah.
We're assuming this is a white woman.
Okay.
But we assuming that if this was a black woman, they would have said they was fighting in the back of that cab.
Just regular domestic quarrel.
They would have said they was fighting in the back of that cab. And you know how black women
got an attitude, didn't
she? She got an attitude. She probably got smart, snatched his phone.
And he pulled her weave.
Did he punch her? No, he slapped her. Well, he slapped her. That's okay.
Open hand.
He didn't punch her.
It wasn't like
he didn't Chris Brown her.
Yeah.
To Rihanna.
Oh yeah, hit her head on the thing.
No, if he smacked her, yeah. She probably hit him and did all kind of stuff. That's what they would say.
Talked about his mother, didn't she?
She probably talked about his mother.
About his mom.
She probably yelled at the cab driver, cussed him out, and so he had to restrain the wild black woman.
Why are black women treated that way? We're just as precious as anybody.
And the bad thing about it is that black men will co-sign it. What was she doing?
Man, was she getting on your nerves?
Getting on your phone,
I get it.
She was on your phone, wasn't she?
They always gotta be. Was she accusing you of something?
Always gotta be on somebody's phone. Black women, y'all don't know how to be quiet.
She's spending your money, was she? Back at the nail shop and getting her some weed.
I bet she waited till y'all got in that cab, didn't she? Mm-hmm. She had an attitude. Then when y'all got in the cab, she acted up.
See,
but you didn't hit her. You just smacked her.
Or Chris Rock said, "Shake her."
You shook the hell out of her. You didn't smack her though.
That's sad. But when you said that, it made me think. That's
but a white woman,
because we still got.
He looked at me. We was in the cab, and I tried to get his phone, and he looked at me and went, and I
threatened for my life.
I jumped out the cab. The cab was still moving.
I jumped out. It looked like he was gonna kill me.
But ma'am, did you get the scrape from him or jumping out? I jumped out the cab
because of him. He gave me that look.
Yeah, I broke my leg and everything.
My life was threatened with that look.
Yeah, that look. You know how black men look at you.
And he's brown skinned. He's darker. And he's not. If he was light skinned,
and he's big,
he would be so.
That's a big black man right there. That's not
like Shamar. What's his name?
If you saw that black man come to your door, Shamar Moore. If you saw
Shamar Moore won't scare you.
If you saw this black man come to your door in the middle of the night, even if he's asking for directions,
rolling his eyes,
would he scare the hell out of you?
Yes.
Thank you.
My life was threatened.
Thank you.
Okay.
So that's why.
Okay.
So I don't care if you want to date. You can date whoever you want.
Yes.
But understand what comes with that. That's all I'm saying.
What could come with that?
If she pick up that phone
like
call,
O.J. Simpson,
it's over. It's over for you. As long as you know that.
Yeah.
As long as you know that, you're fine.
True. That's true.
You good?
What people saying?
Kiki says, let me see what y'all said. Y'all been blowing it up. Okay. Wendy says the root to all evil. Kiki says you really have to be able to conduct yourself when you're a public figure. That's it. M Perk says hello, ladies. Hey, Mike. Hey. Got your email. Thank you, Mike, checking on us. Emerald says, hey, Scooby Doo. Kiki says, especially when you're in an interracial relationship. Yes. That's what we just said. Yes. Wendy says, sending you video other accusers have already come forward. They're calling him a psychopath and wicked, mean person. No comments. Nobody talk about that played character. Emerald, Scooby-Doo says, Emerald says, our brothers need to understand that they take chances when pursuing interracial relationships. And it's sad. The world is not where it needs to be now for you not to take a chance.
Yeah, he may have to go to another country.
True Blue says it would have been called a domestic dispute, not an assault. Thank you.
Yeah.
Kiki says she's white. They showed her picture this morning. Okay, so we know who she is.
Now Wendy says she found out they got other stuff.
Wendy says it's his white girlfriend, and Scooby-Doo says true. Okay. a former filmmaker came out and said he's like that. He's an abusive type of person.
Oh, no.
And that he's a psychopath. Well, I already said that with that
Well,
cup.
you gonna play.
I told you carry that cup
If you
around.
said yes to Dennis Rodman, yeah, I'll play him. Do you know what that man?
But I said he kind of weird carrying that cup around. But I already said that. But I like him anyway as an actor.
Okay,
It's fine.
okay.
But people come out and say stuff.
You know,
And
by
at
the way,
first-
he was like that when we had a screening for this one movie.
At first, I used to think, why does everybody come out when somebody?
know.
But then I thought about it. I would do the same thing. You know
wouldn't- You
why?
wouldn't want to just come out by yourself.
There's people who I don't like.
Right.
Right? It's
Right.
not a lot of people.
Right.
It's like maybe 2 or 3 people who I can't stand.
Uh-huh.
I've never gone on air and said anything about these people. These are people, real life people.
Excuse
I've
me.
never talked about them on Facebook. I've never told other people in our circles or whatever that I don't like these people
Right.
and that I'm suspicious or whatever of them. But let somebody else say that this person did something to
It
them.
come out in the news.
I would probably say, yeah, I knew it. Because at first I don't want
They
to.
burnt
I don't
me
want to
too.
influence other people not to like
Because
them.
people go how one person treats one person may not treat the other.
So
that
I don't
same
want to
way.
say nothing.
So that's one reason why even as believers, as Christians, we need to treat others the way we want to be treated. So you may have a bad situation with that John Doe. I won't put words out there on John Doe because he may do good with other people.
or other people like them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe it's me.
It's just me and John Doe
Maybe
not getting
it's
along.
just we don't like each other, and other people don't see it.
Right.
But then when somebody else says something and it's the same thing,
Yeah.
you like, I knew I was right.
They put a stamp on that.
I knew I was right about that
They
person.
heard me too.
Yeah.
They said that to me too.
So maybe that's what's going on with him.
You think that
like maybe
actor-
he rubbed some people wrong and they didn't want to say nothing because he was like blowing up as
He's
an actor.
blowing up. They didn't want to mess up.
And you don't want to be the person that everybody like, you will talk about people and
Leave him alone.
and he'll never work in this business because you're bad mouthing him. So they'll never put you on the same movie that he's on.
Right.
And he's everywhere now, so
Right.
you won't get any work.
Right.
So I'll keep it to myself.
I see what you're saying.
Then when somebody come out and say something, you like,
I guess that's the same thing if women are violated.
a lot of women
A
don't say
lot of
nothing.
women don't say anything because they're not believed or they
don't get
career may messed
believed.
up.
And who you going up against?
Yeah, that big name, that big rich name.
People
whatever.
gonna talk about you. They're gonna
So,
be like, she
2 women
lying.
come out, 3 women come out.
Then you start going,
He did it to me too. He
so
did it
it's
to me
true.
too.
He is. That's a pattern.
Yeah.
That's why I think I don't know if what these people are saying are true, but if it is true, that's the reason why they're saying it. Now, if they are saying the truth, if Jonathan Majors is a villain in real life, just keep playing villains. Nobody cares.
I don't.
You're a horrible person in the Marvel comic world.
I guess that's the same as an athlete.
An athlete.
That athlete's still on the floor playing.
What's
he may have violated a
what's
lot
the
of
one
people.
that the tennis player that would
Which
get
one?
mad? John Malkovich.
Oh yes.
What's his
He had
name?
a temper.
We already knew that from him.
Yes.
So nobody expected a nice guy.
Because they'd think something wrong with him if he didn't get mad.
Yeah.
Because that's how he
So
normally
if
acts.
this is how he is in real life,
Maybe this is a light for him to kind of slow down.
or embrace it. Embrace the
No,
fact
no.
that you're not a nice person.
Well, I don't think he would, as a wise man, he shouldn't.
what?
He- as a wise man, hopefully learning and growing, I don't know
Mhm.
how old Jonathan is.
Mhm.
He should go, wow, I am messed up. I need to have some counseling.
Maybe I should get some
I need
counseling.
some counseling.
People don't like me.
Yeah, and it's getting out now.
And if it's true, because I still don't know whether it's true, and that's what I'm saying. If you tell the story, even if you recant it, people still gonna have in the back of their mind if it's true.
Yeah.
And if you was just paid off.
Yeah.
So even if it is true, that's something you got to work on because you
Yeah.
can't just go around smacking folks.
Right, or verbally abusing them or whatever he's doing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Stick to
Jonathan.
yourself for a while.
But that's why you played that part so good.
He played a villain.
You played a villain.
I feel like he should just stay, if it is true,
Uh-huh.
just stay a villain. Nobody cares. You're a bad boy.
I don't think he'll never play a nice part. And that's really showing his acting. If he plays a character that's just totally opposite.
But nobody will believe it because they'll say he's a bad person in real life.
And that's probably why some people that acting, like you said in the past, never came out in the LGBTQ. Because they played roles where they were the lover man or the lover woman.
And people already see
and
you
if they see you as anything else,
they gonna always
you're not
see you
believable
as
in
gay.
that role with the heterosexual.
If we would have known that Mr. Brady was gay, would we have accepted him as Mr.
Brady and kissing the wife and in the bed? We wouldn't be believable.
Maybe now we can,
but yeah, back then we wouldn't.
We see people playing different roles now, but not in the 60s. We would have been like, how is he gay and he kissing Mrs. Brady?
Right, that's not believable.
So now I think you can get away with it a little bit more.
It's being more embraced, more understood.
Yeah. So
in the artists.
Let's see. Wendy says it's sad. Kiki says some people look at someone on screen character and don't realize they're just acting. The real them comes out eventually. I agree. Emerald says he needs to self-reflect and get help controlling his anger. I agree.
Yeah, he does.
If it's true, or if the other people are coming out and saying, see where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah.
And if other people are coming out and saying, I've had some issues with him too, I just didn't want to say nothing.
Right.
Then maybe he needs to reflect.
Yes.
He needs to, this is his time. He got saved from this one.
Let's hope that he does.
Pull back. And this doesn't say that he's a bad person.
Right.
It just means he might have some anger issues.
Because remember when Robin, what's her name?
Mike Tyson. And he all Mr. Happy Go Lucky.
We know Mike Tyson
speaking
had
to pigeons,
rocky past.
And now Mike is probably the nicest. I've seen people.
It's
well, other than that guy who choked on the airline. Remember that guy who turned around?
Well, that guy threw a bottle at him.
No, but I'm saying other than him, I've seen people try to provoke Mike.
Yes.
He's not the same Mike.
No, he's not.
So you got to kind of pull back and become a different person sometimes.
Yeah, hopefully reflect.
So is Jonathan Majors a hero or a villain?
What is it? The verdict's not out yet. Because if Wendy's saying
the verdict's not in.
The verdict's not in yet. It's not out, Lord. Okay. Y'all know what I meant. I don't know. Because like you saying, if this girl the lady is recanting her story, did he really do something and they just paid her off?
Right.
If there's a history of this,
it's a history, then
we may be more apt to believe this lady.
Right. And even if it is true, what do you do from this point on will make the difference. That, in my opinion. How you act going forward is going to, because people keep forgetting Denzel Washington had affairs. You don't even think about that anymore.
You don't.
You think about him being this great husband and great father now, because once he corrected who that was, this guy who thinks he's Mr. Hollywood.
Yeah, he was.
And now he's mature and he understands, and we put him in a whole nother category now.
Paulette shared her husband with the world.
Yeah.
Like Idris.
Yeah.
They're sharing their husband.
But Idris is different now, according to him. He changed after the pandemic. So now he's like the ideal husband.
Yeah.
So we don't know.
And George Clooney. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know. Okay.
We don't know.
We'll wait it out.
We'll see how he acts from this moment going forward. I do say that the silver lining is that he's playing bad guys. So we don't.
His next movie is what? They said the ratings, the numbers went down on this weekend with
Creed. Yeah, women didn't want to go see Creed because of this.
Like I said, if he is like that and he's playing a part where he's getting physical, you like, ooh.
Yeah.
What do you think of that woman that he did that to?
Yeah, but in Creed, he's a bad guy.
I know.
So I don't know.
It's a bad guy good.
To me, just like Will Smith smacking Chris Rock, Bad Boys is going to be good because he's a bad guy. I mean, he's a cop, but he's
right.
He's not a good cop. Like wouldn't smack somebody around.
Right.
Martin is the good cop. He's like, don't do that, man. Where Will Smith be hitting people in the head and punching them and stuff. Right. And Martin is like, that's not by the book. Martin is the good guy.
I'm surprised they doing one because Martin in the last one, it sounded like he wanted to retire.
No, that money look good.
Okay.
Wendy Meter says Morgan Freeman played God himself and cheated. Yeah. And cheated on his wife. And Morgan Freeman, I mean, that hand that he got messed up, didn't that come from him messing around or something? Wasn't he in a car accident with a woman?
He a player too.
If y'all remember that, isn't that how his hand got messed up? He was in a car accident with somebody or something. I don't remember.
But think about it this way, you guys. we quick to judge these actors and these artists. There's ministers that's doing this crap.
We don't even want to talk about them.
Shall we not go to the ministers' pulpit?
We don't even want to talk about them.
I have sinned. Forgive me, Father. I have sinned. That's a minister. They of all people.
And first of all,
the actors.
Why are you even in the pulpit crying that you forgive me, Father? You should be doing that sitting in the seats with everybody else, not at the pulpit.
Sit yourself down and get some healing.
Thank you.
Okay.
So I agree.
Okay.
Nobody looks at the regular guy.
Yeah.
The fireman or the guy who goes to work.
What made me think of that is when Wendy said Morgan Freeman played God.
Yeah.
Okay, he's an actor.
Yeah.
He may not even be saved.
Yeah.
I'm talking about ministers who play God in the pulpit and they have problems.
That's true.
So go ahead.
True says Morgan dated his step granddaughter. I looked at him differently. Yeah, he's,
Get off the actors. They not
but playing the race card, they do that to black people.
I know they do. Our black men.
Yeah. You gonna have what's his name? The comedian, I forgot his name. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. He said it's gonna be an asterisk. He's the one that played in with Malcolm Jamal Warner, that show.
Oh, Eddie Griffin. Eddie Griffin.
He said every black actor got an asterisk next to his name. Yes. They gonna make sure before you leave this earth, you gotta have an asterisk next to your name. I don't care who you are. You could be a foreign time. We getting you, Negro. Before you leave this earth,
you got
there's an asterisk next to your name.
That's so true.
And he's right.
And we can go down the line, you guys.
Michael Jordan, gambler.
Yes.
Eddie Murphy, transvestite.
Everything.
Michael Jackson, kids.
Everything. Bill Cosby.
A million women. You drug million
women.
Even the
good ones.
There's not one
Will
good.
Smith now.
Will Smith, you smack somebody.
Come on.
So
that's sad.
But that's Will's fault. He gave them that.
But let's remind ourselves, okay, the difference with these guys is they're living in glass houses.
Yeah.
There's men and women who are going through their life every day doing crazy stuff like these guys.
Yeah.
But we see these guys.
Yeah.
Because they're actors. They're known.
That's right.
But I'm going back to the pulpit.
Yeah.
We've been in ministries where ministers have done some nasty stuff.
She's a nasty woman.
Nasty minister.
Again.
And you go counsel me.
We're not being paid $1 million, but Trump is right. A lot of these people that talk about him are nasty. They're just as nasty as he is. But he gets put out in front.
Thank you.
And we're not being paid $1 million to become Diamond and Silk.
Thank you.
I'm just saying. They get the pass and he comb over gets put out in front.
And put out in front. Boom.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
But he's nasty too.
Yes, he is.
But he's right. Hillary's a nasty woman.
Thank you, Lord, for dying for all of our sins. Because we're not perfect.
Oh, so funny. All right, real quick.
Go ahead.
All right, this is not funny.
What is this?
Well, I'm just doing this real quick. Everybody already heard the news. At least 3 children and 3 adults killed in Nashville elementary school shooting.
My mom said this is news today. What is it?
This was headline news this morning. 3 9-year-old children and 3 adults are dead after a shooting Monday at the Covenant School, a private Christian elementary school in Nashville. We just came from that area.
What happened?
The shooter, described as a 28-year-old from Nashville, entered the building through a side door and was armed with at least 2 assault-style rifles and a handgun. So she was meaning to do something. It's a woman.
Did she get fired?
The shooter, who police believe was once a student at the school, has so far in 2023, according to data from the Gun Violence Archive. So let me tell you what the police did right when I saw this one.
Okay.
Because what else can you do? If somebody enters a building and just starts going off, there's nothing you can do. They came in. They didn't do what the other ones did. That one in Texas or whatever.
All squirming around.
No. They heard the shooting upstairs. They went right upstairs and went right to the shooting. And as soon as she turned, they blew her away.
Now, what if they would?
And wasn't no talking, wasn't none of that.
What if they came up there and she was right in front of them? So
they got rid of her.
Did they have? My thing is too, when they're going into these schools and these type of situations, why can't they have that shield that they carry?
I'm sure they had a shield
and have it up, because let's just say, for sake of argument, you go on that floor where they're looking right in you. They got that up, and then they do what they need to do.
So that was right. I like that. I don't want to engage. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to tell you to put the gun down.
Why are you up here?
No, you're gone.
Okay.
We'll talk. We'll look later and see if you left a note or something.
She's a danger. She's holding weapons.
She's a teen. She's 28. You gotta go. You're a woman. I don't care who you are. We coming in,
and they'll figure it out later.
We'll figure it out later.
Ask family, friends, what's going on.
I like that they did that.
Okay.
I like the fact that they had the emergency guys with them.
Okay.
So that there's any victims. A lot of people passed away from bleeding out.
Yes, those kids at the last
because they sat there for hours,
laying on the floor waiting,
bleeding out.
Waiting.
They didn't even die from the gunshot wound. They died from the bleeding out.
They could have saved a lot of people.
So they could have. So I like how they have that now.
Okay.
So we're getting a little better at this.
It's really sad that we have to get better at this.
And then I believe, if you guys look at the story, I believe the kids knew what to do because they've been going through these trainings at school now on what to do if there's active gun thing.
This goes.
Emerald says the doors are supposed to be all locked.
All locked.
It's a Christian school.
And even like Jesus is the angels is protecting the building.
They probably don't think about it's a private school. We not a public school. You got to be the same way at a private school. No, they said for her to walk in, Ma, it wasn't locked.
Somebody must have let her in and coming out, and she went coming in.
Oh, okay.
Some schools are doing.
My mother said the doors was locked.
Metal
Somebody
detectors.
must have been coming out or something.
Why can't they have metal detectors on every school?
Even with a metal detector, that's not going to stop somebody from coming in too.
It'll go off though, at least.
Also, the gun will go off and you'll hear it.
No, I'm saying it'll give you at least a few seconds more. Beep, 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 beep. Everybody get down.
I get what you're saying. Up in the building.
Yeah.
But what if it goes off because somebody wearing a retainer? Oh. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's going to be going off all the time. The kid's going to be diving every single time that stupid thing goes off. So I don't know.
So they going to figure it out now that she's gone. What made her go in there?
I don't know.
And she took lives.
So we got to pray for the family. Pray for, Can you imagine sending your kid to school and not knowing if they're going to come home?
Some people have not sent their kids back. They're doing homeschooling.
This lawmaker said, I just broke down in tears. Tennessee lawmaker describes watching the aftermath of the school shooting. Another thing that I did like is when the kids came out, they were all holding hands or holding each other. Mm-hmm. It's like a drill now for them. They know what they're supposed to do. That's sad. We didn't even think about stuff like that when we were growing up.
And this is happening so often. It's really sad.
So what's the answer? Other than saying Christ is the answer.
Jesus is the
answer.
answer.
I knew you was going to say that.
I don't know. There's nothing else. Because like you saying,
well, somebody says
the police, they came in and they went right to her. They wasn't scared, but and then they had the people to help medically, right?
It says here, Freeman mentioned that he has 3 children in the range served by Covenant School. There's a very high likelihood that one of their friends or acquaintances was one of the injured and or deceased, he said. He called for action to combat school shootings, but said that state officials don't have the courage to do it. Other countries have had meaningful impact on gun violence, and there's a playbook that we should follow, he said. So what's the playbook?
Well, partly what you said as far as how they came in.
And people got to understand this. I'm never going to forget this one gang member in Chicago said they used to find bags of guns in alleys. And they would believe that people would leave them there for them. Like police officers or other people would drop off bags of guns.
Leave it for who?
For them to kill each other. They would go in their neighborhood because he was saying how easy it was to get a gun.
This guy said that?
Gangbangers.
Oh my goodness.
He said they drop guns off in alleys in our neighborhoods.
I know, because I was saying these shootings are a little bit different than what's going on in a lot of our inner cities.
These are people who have guns.
Yeah, these are people who legally obtain their weapons.
So how do you get rid of that?
There's no way. That's why we're going back and forth with politics, and the Biden is laying down that one about that one gun, right? Automatic,
and you can also
more red flags.
You can also make a gun an automatic.
You can put one together.
You can build an automatic gun.
Mm-hmm. And one school is doing metal detectors. They figured that's one step. There's no answer for all of it. There's just checks and balances that you need to have in place when it does happen.
And then what happens if people start saying, "Oh, well, now the school is
becoming military.
I'll get them on the way to school. I'll just sit right outside and take them out as they go in."
Well, no, that hasn't really happened too
much.
No,
I'm saying, what if somebody decides to get on a bus or something?
Well,
or
I mean, God forbid that hasn't really happened, but they've been going into buildings and stores where people are gathered.
And that
not just walking by.
In that Brooklyn, they got people in the parking lot. They didn't even go in the grocery store.
I think he was targeting those still.
But I'm saying,
color.
What do you do?
He was targeting people of color, so he gonna get them going in.
So there's nothing you can do.
No. Just be ready to leave this earth.
Wendy says the high school I worked at is always locked down like Fort Knox. All the classroom doors are always locked.
We do Ubering and Door Dashing. We can't even get in these schools to even drop off lunch.
No, you should be able to.
Mm-hmm. We had to leave it outside.
The one high school that's around here, they have benches outside and the signs say leave the lunch.
Leave the lunch.
And then you let the kids know. This was high school. Mm-hmm. So the kids will come out and they'll get whatever their food is that they order.
Uber, Door Dashing.
But you can't go into school.
No way.
Wendy says people want teachers to have guns. Nah. Only because teachers are crazy.
Okay, let's do this. A black teacher, a black male teacher.
Oh.
You think he'd be okay with carrying his gun in the classroom?
No. They've been and knocked him upside his head.
It's unfortunate that a certain color of people, when they carry it and they're concealed to carry and they can carry it, will be in trouble for carrying it because they may be mistaken as a criminal.
What about this? What if I meet y'all halfway with this?
What?
If you have a license to conceal carry and you're a teacher, I won't outlaw you for carrying. I'm not going to say teachers can carry, but if you have a license for concealed carry and you can go everywhere else in the state, why can't you go to your classroom?
That's a hard thing. The classroom, I feel, is easy because they're there. You are a teacher driving on the way. You're a teacher on the bus on the way. A police officer not going to go, that's a teacher. Go ahead and go on by.
Wendy says, I wouldn't want to get sued if I actually accidentally shoot a kid when trying to protect them.
Exactly.
And Budgie Cat says Jonathan Majors called the cops on his girlfriend. Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
he was the one that actually called the cops.
So she was going ballistic then, I bet.
Well, she said, I think they said somebody emotional breakdown or something.
So he probably know his past, and he said, "Let me call first."
Ooh. And he was stupid to do that. He should have known it was gonna take his black butt away.
But think about it. She calling on him would have been
worse.
That's
true too. You're right. But it still didn't help him. He still got arrested.
I know.
True says, no, then some kid might accidentally get to it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Then who is liable for that? What's the answer, y'all?
Because
if you outlaw, it doesn't matter if you outlaw automatic. A person can still make an automatic.
When they were on The View, Joy was saying as a teacher, she said, I don't want to be responsible for a weapon that I got to hopefully use properly. And when do I pull it out? Will I hurt somebody else? Will I hurt myself?
Maybe the future.
They're already teaching other things. Why would they need to be concerned with protecting themselves like they're in the military?
Maybe the future is what we always see in those movies. What? We're just going to be in our houses. Everything going to be virtual. Mm-hmm. Classrooms will be virtual. Getting your groceries will be virtual. Everything will be virtual. And the only time you see people go outside really is like you'll be looking and be like, why are they outside?
Yeah, they taking a chance.
Because the weather's going to get, you know what I'm saying? Like it's going to be chemicals in the sky. And so you're just going to be like, why go outside?
You're not going to leave your house. Everything will be done in home. That's
and if you
scary.
do go visit somebody, you go in like an armored car or something.
And a group of people go.
That drives itself.
We had to do that when we was in Africa. When we had to go in the bush, we had to go and use the washroom.
You got to go with a bunch of people.
We went with it. We had
to. Well, Uganda, not in South Africa.
We were in Uganda, and we were in the bush. And they had to be, wake up, girl, you got to go. I don't have to go.
You can't go by yourself.
4 or 5 of us went.
And in other countries, to be honest with you, when we've traveled all over, even in Paris, you see the police officers walking around with automatic guns.
Uganda,
like they literally walk
with
around.
guns.
I don't see police officers here walking around. They walking around with strapped automatic. This was
like
Paris.
military. This is military.
This was Paris.
Yeah.
Oh, here's this connection. This one is still good, I think.
Yeah, they were military strapped. And even like the different gas stations in Uganda, they had military guys watching the gas because the gas would be stolen.
Right.
So
my phone is off. That's why.
So I don't know.
Let me see your phone.
Military wise.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay.
All right, y'all. So let's go. Keep going. My phone died. I don't know. Other than praying, I don't know what else we could do.
No,
unless you got
metal
something.
detectors. I don't know. Other than that,
okay. Meteorologist for NBC affiliate who said for Chisel my nizzle is off the air.
I laughed when they said that because they couldn't say it on the air. But I'm like, what the heck did Snoop sing about that you can't say it?
Okay.
Nizzle.
I had to keep reading this story because at first I was like, why would they fire this lady for just saying for Chisel my nizzle?
And why people don't know what nizzle mean?
Yeah, you should know what nizzle mean. It's the N word.
Thank you. For Chisel my nizzle.
Oh, let me go right here. Hold
Sonny
on,
said she didn't know what it meant.
Before I go to the next story, Budgie Cat said, you know how many World Star type videos have seen of kids in classrooms out muscling their teachers. I could easily see one tackling a teacher, and disarming him. Of course, for sure.
Like that one kid who hit his teacher.
Wendy says, more mental health help. Budgie says the thing with more mental health is how do we determine who needs it and who doesn't? That's what I said.
Right.
Like how you gonna force what's crazy?
Yeah.
Because the people who we think not crazy, I look at them on TV and go, they're crazy.
It's your quiet folks that can go off.
Thank you. Wendy M says people seriously need help but can't afford it. Budgie Cat said classes were virtual during COVID. Yep. And you notice crime went down during COVID too.
It sure did.
Wasn't nobody on the street.
Not even gang banging.
True says locking the door should be a strict daily routine.
Yeah. That's like a no-brainer.
Oh, take your phone back. Yeah, I agree. But I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, y'all. Do you? But this Chisel my nizzle lady.
I think one of the things that Whoopi had made a comment about her being on the news for the number of years, it's this cancel culture. If they let her go for that, that's weak. That is really weak. Give people an opportunity to redeem themselves, to apologize, to say, you know what, I didn't know that was
so.
offensive.
What people don't know what happened. Barbie Bassett, who is also a morning anchor at Mississippi Station MLBT, used the phrase earlier this month during a live chatter about Snoop Dogg's wine line. A white meteorologist who followed a story about Snoop Dogg with the rapper's famous for Chisel my nizzle phrase on March 8th has not been on the air at Mississippi Station MLBT since then. According to the Deadline, Barbie Bassett, who is also a longtime morning anchor at the NBC affiliate, was chatting on air with her colleagues after a news report about Snoop Dogg adding a California, what is that? You know, I can't spell.
I don't even know what that
Blanc. I'm not a wine person.
To his Cali
wine collection.
So this is a wine that he added.
Someone raised the idea of a wine collaboration with a fellow journalist. Bassett replied, for Chisel my nizzle, the last word being Snoop Dogg's well-known slang for the N-word.
Right.
So she's stupid.
Right.
She didn't know nizzle meant that N-word.
Sonny said she didn't know either.
She didn't know that?
No. She said there's a lot of people that probably don't know what nizzle means.
They don't know for Chisel my nizzle.
For Chisel my nizzle.
So what do you think should happen to her?
I don't think she should be fired.
Okay.
Give her a chance to say I'm sorry. I didn't know. Did I offend you guys? I am so sorry. I did not know what that word meant. And even if she did know what the word meant, I'm sorry to offend you guys. I shouldn't have said that.
Okay.
Don't fire her.
All right.
Why are we just quick to let people go because of there's some stupid things that we do all the time. Do we all get fired for it? I'm tired of this cancel culture thing.
Well, first of all, I used to think like that. But then they said she has a history of saying stupid stuff.
Well, give her an opportunity to still say, I'm sorry.
But they should have corrected her back in the other things she was saying that was stupid.
What was the other things? I know they said
She said something to a black lady, get your mammy. To
something
say
about her
something,
mammy.
A mammy or something. Your grandmammy.
Mm-hmm. Your grandmammy. So I guess that was the third strike, maybe.
Oh, mammy! She should have just painted her face black and said mammy.
They probably
She's just stupid.
Look, I don't know her history. I just know from that thing. Now,
you know what you need to do.
Go get
you need to go get your grandmammy to help you make some cornbread.
And I guess the people would know.
White people should never say the word mammy.
Or nizzle. Alyssa said,
oh,
they remember
mammy,
singing that song.
How I love ya, how I love ya.
What year did that come out? Alyssa said, I remember singing that song back when I was in school or whatever. And she said, one of my friends in my circle pulled me aside and said, you shouldn't be saying that word, nizzle. And that's when she got corrected. But there are people who saying for shizzle my nizzle. They don't know the heck what they saying. If she has a history, okay, I get it. The cancel culture thing, this news people are like, okay, this is 3 strikes.
And I also think that people don't like her.
You don't have no favor.
It's like they don't like her, so it's like that's it. It's like the producer, and they listening, and they don't like her.
Okay,
she probably some lady that nobody likes at the place.
She rubs in the wrong way.
She just
okay.
She always trying to be hip and saying stupid things to black people, and like, I love your hair. Oh, how long you wash it? So then finally, when she was on the air, she said, "For chisel my nizzle," and that producer said, "That's it.
That's it. We're done with her.
I'm done with this lady. Get her out of here." First is your mammy, your grandmammy. She help you make some cornbread.
If it's that, I get it. But we all can honestly
but not for just saying that.
Because they were saying on the news, some professor, it was at some school, college or something, made a derogative comment about Asian. And the Asian kids wanted him out.
Yeah.
Well, no, he had to apologize.
Right.
And whatever, write a letter.
Right.
They not firing him. And they pretty much was telling the kids, sorry kids, I know how you feel.
Right.
No, we're not letting this man go.
But they like him.
I'm saying,
I don't think they like her.
See, and that's what I'm saying. It depends on favor.
When somebody don't like you, that's it. You can come in late for work one time and they're gonna fire you.
And they fire you.
And then the other guy, he late all the time. You don't never fire him.
You know what? Because you know me, I come from that world of, well, why he got to do it?
That's her.
And I had to learn sometimes favor ain't fair.
And everybody
that person may have favor because they popular, money, or whatever.
Or maybe that person came in late, but you don't see the 500 other times he stays late for after work.
Yeah.
He helps everybody in the department. You know what I'm saying? He's a harder person to get rid of.
Yeah.
Versus somebody who nobody likes in the office, and then you late one time. That's it. Get out of here.
Yeah.
We already don't like you. And then you late? Coming back from lunch?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
So we don't know the background story to a lot of this.
But if it's just for chisel my nizzle, no. To me, that's not enough to get rid of somebody.
Thank you. So
you can educate her.
So you're trying to say there's other things that maybe that's why they got rid of her.
And then the way she said it wasn't bad to me. Like this one.
She was referencing him with the wine.
It was this one black girl said this guy said it to her at work and she was offended. But they wasn't talking about Snoop Dogg. He just said, for chisel my nizzle. Yeah, I would be like, what?
Do you know what you're saying? You would have to.
And he was trying to be cool, like how that guy was at Ace.
Oh my God, I didn't like that.
We went to Ace Hardware.
Talk hip talk to
and
me.
This black guy was like, yeah. So what's, white guy. He was like, everybody else he talked regular urban. But when he talked to us, he's like, yo, so what can I get for y'all, my honeys?
Ebonics.
And we was like.
I said, you don't have, no. You don't have to talk. We cool. We okay.
For Chisholm, my nizzle. See, that's different. Then I would have been like, yeah, get rid of him.
You can't say that.
But I don't think she said it out of context or something.
I think she was referencing him because of the wine.
Yeah.
And that's a famous line he says a lot.
Yeah, but I think they don't like her.
Okay.
Kiki says, just like the IRS can audit you, they should do random audits for people as long as they carry a license. I agree with that. Just like a driver's license. You have to go and get it renewed all the time.
But how can you renew somebody's mental state?
That's kind of what Budgie was saying.
They got like 1,500 guns in their house, and they doing okay for the first 20 years, and then year 25 they go cuckoo.
Well, that's kind of what Budgie Cat was saying. How do you say whether somebody's mentally capable or not?
Exactly.
Budgie Cat said, I've seen some cops in Midtown Manhattan and Wall Street area strapped with automatic weapons. Okay. Kiki says this wasn't the first time she made an inappropriate comment. That's what I was saying.
Okay.
She said the mammy thing.
Yeah.
Budgie says, I saw a device someone made, which is a fold-out security bulletproof room that you pull out from a corner of the classroom and hide in it.
Wow.
I think that helps. I think those type of things help if the police are en route. And you are in the classroom next door hearing somebody firing on the classroom. Some kind of way to make your classroom bulletproof. Where they can't come in, they can't shoot the door, they can't shoot through the walls.
It's like everything kind of comes down.
It comes down.
And covers you.
Until the police get there and take them out.
Yeah.
Emerald says parents or family members need to be more vigilant. I agree. You know your cousin and your son and your daughter's crazy. Why you not saying nothing? You know they crazy.
Like what's gonna happen is like the father in Highland Park.
They're gonna start saying, did that 28-year-old girl show signs of anything that made you think she was gonna do that?
He's in
and
trouble.
If the parents say, well, we
noticed
we prayed about it. Oh, well, then you getting fined too.
Because he's in trouble because of his son doing the shooting.
Budgie Cat says Snoop says that line all the time. What's the problem? It's context. Yeah, laugh out loud.
Yeah.
Budgie Cat says, why is it offensive just because she said it? Laugh out loud. She wasn't saying it out of malice. I agree. Kiki says she did apologize in a statement.
Okay.
Emerald says, I think they don't like her too. And they said one more time and you're out of here. I agree.
Because Whoopi was upset when she made the comment. Whoopi said, I've even been known to make comments where they couldn't stuff. She said even on this show. Remember when they had Whoopi? She was gone for a whole week because of something.
Yeah, she got in trouble.
So she understands that, and she's like, I'm grateful that they didn't kick me
Whoopi
out.
Goldberg dated Ted Danson when he did blackface.
Yeah.
They went to one of those where they
Halloween
talk about
shows
each
or
other.
something?
No,
roast.
And he did blackface, and people was like,
"What is going on?"
And she was like, "I don't see nothing wrong with it." And people was like, "Cancel Whoopi Goldberg." Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
That was years ago. Emerald says they will fire you for breathing hard when they don't like you.
Thank you. You breathing too hard.
I don't like you.
Get out of here.
So I think they don't like her.
Okay.
I think that's what that is. But we don't know, because that seems a little strong to fire somebody for saying that Chisholm my nizzle.
For Chisholm my
Now,
nizzle.
if she would have said it and they wasn't talking about Snoop, then yeah, she got to be fired.
Okay.
If they was just sitting there and the black man that just got through talking about the weather, oh, we're gonna have some rain for Chisholm my nizzle, then yeah, you got to get fired because you ridiculous.
Okay.
All right, that's the end of that one. All right. Woman accused of killing man on Facebook Live. Have y'all seen this? This woman was on Facebook Live. A Mississippi woman is facing murder charges after deputies say she fatally shot a man she was arguing with on Facebook Live. Deputies with the County Sheriff's Office responded to a domestic violence call around 7:40 a.m. Saturday at a home in Columbus, Mississippi. A 28-year-old man was found dead from a single gunshot wound, according to the Facebook post from the Sheriff's Office. Deputies arrested a 28-year-old Khadijah Michelle Brown and charged her with murder. She is accused of shooting the victim after an argument turned physical. The Sheriff's Office says the incident was captured on Facebook Live. I watched it. They took it off now. You can't get to it now.
You watched her do the shooting.
They showed everything. It was Facebook Live. When I saw it, I was up. So I saw it right when it happened. and somebody was reporting it, and I went right to it
Somebody
to see
was
it.
videotaping her.
She was on
live.
Facebook Live.
She was holding the camera.
Yes, she was on Facebook Live arguing with her husband. He wanted to leave. She had made a post saying that he was bisexual. And he was mad that she posted that. And so they was arguing back and forth. And her kids was there. Her mom was there. Everybody was there. They was asleep. This was the middle of the night. And they was arguing. And she had the camera. She put it down. And you can still kind of see them walking past the camera and stuff. And she was yelling at him and all this. And he said he leaving. And she was pushing him. He said, don't push me. Don't touch me.
Oh, you was hearing it now.
You can hear her.
Okay, not actually showing it.
No. But you can see the room. It's like if I put the camera down here and they don't see us sitting in front of the camera, but you know we still in the room.
Okay.
So then they was arguing back and forth. And then he said, don't push me. I'm going to call my cousin over here to beat you up, a girl. Because I don't want to hit a woman.
Oh, he said that?
Yeah, I'm going to call my cousin. I'm going to call my mom. I'm going to call my dad.
Oh, wow.
And I'm an unc. He called his uncle.
Okay.
And he called him on the phone. He was on the phone with him. Hey, unc.
Okay.
You can hear all of it.
Wow.
She said, call whoever. Whatever. He said, get such and such over here to beat her up because she put her hands on
Do
me.
you think she remembered that it was still on?
Yeah, she knew it was on.
Because she didn't have it up like she was showing it.
She knew it was on because she set the camera down. She knew it was on. And you can hear her kids getting up, crying. Her mom comes out the room. What's going on? He leaving, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And she pulls the gun. He said he wasn't scared. Like, you going to shoot me? You know how people are.
Right.
Yeah, she did. She shot him.
And she killed him.
Yeah. Then she heard her screaming. Oh, Lord Jesus, the gun went off. I didn't know. Oh, and the mom screaming, the kids screaming. The mom's nervous, grabbing the kids, get in here, hide, all this. Apparently she must have been over his body because she was saying, get up. I'm sorry, crying. And then the police came all on Facebook Live. All on Facebook Live.
That recording is going to be in the courtroom. How's she going to get out of this one?
Remember I told you,
because it's not self-defense.
Why do people record everything?
Because we were talking about some of the gangbangers, they record themselves with their guns, doing all of this.
This man.
And then they use it. So it's like, okay, thank you for the evidence. This helps prosecutors.
This man choked y'all saw this story today, 2-year-old, I think, in the car.
It was on camera.
On FaceTime. FaceTime the mom. First, he went to her job with the kid in the car and demanded she give him the phone or he'll hurt the kid and hurt everybody. So she gave him her phone. Then while he's in the car, he FaceTimes either her or her mother and says, I think it was her mother, give me her passcode. If you don't give me the passcode to her phone, I'm gonna kill my baby. And the mom was like, no, whatever. So he shows himself doing it.
Taking his child's life. How old was the baby?
Not only choking her, beating her. 2 years old. And the filming it.
And we're going back to the comment about mental illness, mental breakdowns, mental disturbance. It's nothing you can say anymore. There's nothing you can say. Because what would have kept that from happening?
I know.
And it's on film.
So let's go to this. Kiki says, I wonder if she had a child that attended the school. You must be talking about the shooter.
Okay.
Budgie Cat says, my cousin had an emotional episode a month ago after her dad's funeral. We were watching the Super Bowl and my aunt started asking about the will. After they left, she tried to jump from the roof. Wow. Budgie Cat says, then a few days later, she had another trigger event with alcohol and we had to bring her to the hospital. Mental. A lot of people just let mental illness from people aside and do nothing till it's too late.
Yeah. And things build up. We don't know that this is building up in people. Because a lot of people even said with COVID happening as well, a lot of things is happening and it's building up and people can't release it. They don't know how to. And if something happens on top of them having those issues, it makes it worse.
But the thing about it with this case, with this woman killing her husband on Facebook, he had posted earlier, before, that everybody thinks they have the perfect marriage. And he says, we do, but nobody's perfect. He said, we love each other. I do everything for my wife. If I look good, I can't look good. My wife don't look good. And they came off as the perfect couple. And he said, people think, why y'all so perfect? And he says, no, we work at it. We're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Well, apparently not, because a few days later.
But even for him to say that, it's
and
like,
some people took up for her. They said if she really did find out that he was with a man, that would trigger any woman to do that.
To take their life?
To take his life.
To take that person's life because they embarrassed you by
her.
Not cheating on
So if it was a woman, she would feel different?
You can't explain mental illness away.
Did she really hold the gun? Anytime you pull a gun, expect to use it.
Yeah.
I don't understand people who point guns at people.
Because even if you, for the slightest, let's just say for sake of argument, she was pointing it just to scare him.
It can go off.
It can still go off.
Your hand could pull the trigger. If I pull a gun on you, I'm using it. I'm not going to pull a gun to scare you.
Well,
if you climb,
remember I did when the guy climbed.
Yeah, it was the guy climbing through the window.
How to use that gun?
But I wouldn't have.
But I pointed it at him. And he ran back out.
Now, what if he would have kept climbing in?
I would have tried to pull it.
That's what I'm saying. If I'm holding it, I'm not holding a gun to scare you.
I had to.
But you wasn't close to him. You was far away, a distance enough to where you gave him a chance. If you keep coming through that window, I'm gonna shoot you.
Because where he was, he knew I could just lay him out right then and there.
But you're nicer than me, because I wouldn't even scare him.
I don't know how to use that gun.
Oh, that's probably why.
I know. I was just holding it up like I did.
Yeah, my dad had a long rifle. I'm the type of person, he should thank God it was you. Because if I pull it out, I'm using it.
And shoot him right in the head.
Climbing through my window.
You have to wait till he get in.
You pull him in.
Yeah, this is a lot of mental.
If I pull a gun,
breakdown.
I'm using it. Why am I pulling it to scare you?
And the sad thing about these stories that you just told, they're all videotaped.
Thank you.
They're recorded.
Thank you. Budgie Cat said, I would have no clue she was like that. She's 100% normal and she just cracked, but her husband did say she had an episode 3 years ago, but didn't tell anyone. So mental health is tough. It is.
It is. Because you can't watch over
COVID
them
made it worse
24/7.
And COVID made it worse too. All right, I'm going to skip this story. I'm going to skip these and go right to your donkey of the day.
Okay.
Because you wanted to know, Lenora always wants to know, who is Charlemagne the God's donkey of the day.
Thank you.
Before I do that, Budgie says, I remember one time a lady killed both her daughters in front of their dad because she was mad he took the older one's side, who she grounded because she was mad she was marrying a Hispanic guy.
Maybe, do you think also that people don't realize the danger of a gun when they're doing it? No, I'm saying, is there a moment in your head that you don't know that gun will take their life? It won't hurt them.
No, it's going to take
their life.
I know. People are stupid.
Like,
they think it's a video game.
Leg or something.
They think it's a video game.
He'll be injured.
Yeah.
He'll still be breathing.
No, he's gone.
Okay.
All right, this is your donkey of the day. A New York man allegedly entered a daycare center in Clarkson while it was closed. He stole some diapers and formula and left notes behind indicating he wanted to pretend to be a baby girl. Police said they took Daniel Sealer, 65, of Holly, into custody February 18th, shortly after he ran out the back door of Inspire Learning and Childcare on Lake Road, about 1 mile north of Brookport. The center's director told police an employee found $120 he paid for them, along with a handwritten note on January 30th asking if the daycare had adult-sized diapers and if the staff would play along. The director says they immediately contacted law enforcement upon discovery of the break-in and decided to install a surveillance camera. The director said a similar note was found the following Monday, along with $200. After receiving the alert, the security system had been activated Saturday morning, February 11th. Came back. The director said she arrived at the center to find someone had gone through the children's diaper bin and left another note and money. The director said the note included sizes for pants, shoes, bras, and dresses, with the man indicating he liked to play as a baby girl, called himself Baby Danielle. After receiving another alert the following Saturday morning, the director said she called 911 and saw surveillance video showing a man playing with diapers and piecing them together to make a bigger one. She said the man went into the bathroom, pulled his pants down, put the diaper on, and then put his pants over it because running out of the building. She said she later found someone drank half a bottle of formula, used a bib, and stole 3 diapers. Police said Sealer, who allegedly entered through a door the director says was locked, fully admitted his involvement and said he was working through his addiction. Sealer is charged with burglary and patent larceny. He was released on an appearance ticket after police determined he was not a danger to the facility, children, or the staff. Tony D'Agostino, the daycare's owner, said Sealer was not known to staff members. D'Agostino said the daycare is cooperating with the investigation and is focused on the children's safety. He said the center has made changes to increase security, including door locks. There are so many things wrong with this story.
He wasn't in danger, though. That's why I'm laughing, because we're looking at other stories where there was gun involvement, shooting. We've heard stabbings. We've heard any people being violated. This unfortunate mental illness situation, he wasn't a danger. Baby Danielle, he wasn't a danger. But
Okay.
you don't know that. You don't know that these could be cool.
I got 2
and he can hurt
seconds.
you.
Let me dissect
You don't
this.
know that.
First of all, everybody in this story is a donkey of the day.
Okay.
You got a cramp? Go walk away.
Yeah, go ahead.
Drink your water. Go walk, stand up and walk, get your cramp out. She be laughing so hard she get a cramp. Everybody in this story, in my opinion, is donkey of the day. The daycare is donkey of the day.
Why?
Why is somebody breaking in every single month in your place? The first time they broke in, you should have increased your security.
Right.
Not just getting a camera. Why is he able to get through your door so easily?
Right.
Number 2, did the parents know about this? Do the parents know there's a nut job that keeps breaking into the daycare that I keep dropping my child off at?
And still in
Who
work.
could come during the day and do something? That's number 2.
Okay.
Number 3, well, the police department. Let's go with them. The first time he broke in, why didn't you do police surveillance? Let's say the second time. Let's get the first time was a no. Okay. We'll do a one-off. The second time he broke in, y'all couldn't do police surveillance? Am I the only person that watches shows where police sit outside with donuts all night and look at somebody's house and do surveillance?
So you're saying that this shouldn't have happened this many times, because at least the second time.
After the second time, you know it's a person that's going to keep coming back.
Right.
So why not have police surveillance and get him right in the act?
But they didn't know what were the dates, what was the time frame, because you don't know when he was going to come back.
That's true.
So you can't have somebody, you have to pay for security and stuff.
Well, the police could have done that security. It's a daycare center. They could have put something on the road or something. If you drive in the middle of the night on here.
That's what I'm saying. That costs money.
Well, and then number 3, well, the guy, of course, he's donkey of the day. Baby Danielle.
Baby Danielle.
He had the nerve to leave money for the diapers.
But that was the thing that I'm trying to understand where his crazy was. He left money. And he left
and
notes.
a note saying for them to play along with it.
So I'm thinking they probably should have had somebody that come. Well, they didn't catch him.
Shouldn't they have night security? They could have paid for night security.
It would be nice if he really got help and
No,
get the dope diapers and all of that he needed.
You saying the police
he had money to pay for?
You saying the police couldn't just? Yes, they could have had security there at night.
They have to pay for security.
I could have been a police officer.
You have to pay.
This is a small town. You couldn't pull a police officer.
Isn't that true that police officers that that's a salary that has to go when they're guarding your building.
But this is a daycare. These are people's kids.
I don't know, because you're right. This third visit could have been, he could have hurt somebody.
He could have came during the day.
I don't know.
So
This was just a messed up story.
That's a whole messed up story.
It really is.
Budgie Cat says, and that same mom was always on Facebook posting pop gun posts. Wow. All right, y'all.
I don't know what to say.
Kiki says, why didn't he just go to the store and buy his own diapers?
Thank you. He had the money. It'd be different if he just stole it. You know, like he kept stealing it because he didn't have the money.
I think he wanted to be at the daycare.
That's why
Baby Danielle.
He was Baby Danielle. He saw himself as a baby. He liked that environment.
That's somebody's husband. You know that's somebody's husband.
Mental.
Or you know that's somebody's date. Somebody dated him.
Mental breakdown.
And they don't know he dresses up in baby diapers.
Mental issues, mental illness. Even the best of us can have a breakdown when we think we got it together and we lose it. Maybe something happens, a person passes away, somebody is diagnosed with something. You don't know what can take you at that edge. Don't think that we're all like together where we never will have anything. But when it gets to this extreme where now you're kind of like, ooh, they're going to hurt somebody or they take someone's life.
Crazy.
I don't think like you asked before, there's no way to avoid it.
Gotta pray. That's it.
I think people need to keep an eye on their family members and family friends.
But what can you do with this? This dude is breaking into, that's somebody's son.
I know. Baby Danielle.
So that was the donkey of the day.
Okay.
All right, y'all. So that's it. Lord
right.
Jesus. We'll say these other two stories for tomorrow.
Okay.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all like the video because the system YouTube only knows when you like it. They don't care if you watch it or not. They care if you like the video.
You gotta like it.
Like the video. Kiki says some people really do have those weird fetishes.
Yeah, like foot fetish.
Anyway, baby Danielle.
That's part of, well, I shouldn't say that's mental. It depends
mental.
on what the fetish is.
Yeah. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We have a joke book that's coming out. Make sure y'all purchase our joke book. We mess up every time on YouTube saying stuff we're not supposed to, so it don't put our videos out.
I know.
And there's nothing we can do. You started off the first few seconds
I know
saying
the
R
words
word.
I shouldn't be using.
Budgie says the actor who played the Green Ranger of Power Rangers who took his life in November, he had multiple times he tried to take his life but never went for professional help, but always did motivational talk. You never know.
And you know what, too, you guys? There was a gentleman in our community who took his life, and there was actually two guys that we know. One is a minister, and one is in the ministry.
Oh, yeah.
They prayed with him. They talked with him. They they knew that was something there, that he was depressed.
Yeah.
He still took his life.
So you can't do nothing.
There's nothing you can do.
All we can do is pray,
Just
y'all.
pray, and hopefully, you know, that person will be surrounded by love or somebody that can help them.
And let's stop making a stigmatism, like you said, on mental issues.
Yeah.
Because the more you stigmatize it, then people going to be like, well, I don't want to say nothing because people going to, think I'm crazy.
Think I'm cool.
But baby Danielle is cuckoo.
Yeah, there's extremes, I think, and there are levels.
An emotional breakdown is different in my opinion.
Levels,
but you dressing up and breaking into a daycare.
And tearing them apart to
You're
make a bigger
nuts.
one. He was making a big one.
And the lady watched him on the film. Go in the bathroom and take his pants down.
That poor man.
Did he think they was going to buy adult diapers so he could have something when he come there?
Yeah, like when he break in the next time, they'll get the adult diapers for him and just leave them there for him to come and break in to get them.
And if you want to be baby Danielle, you wouldn't have a bra on, you big dummy. You're a baby. I would ask for a onesie. a large pink onesie.
I'm wondering if they would have bought.
That's baby Danielle, not a dress. He acting like
so there was some other stuff going on.
He's a nut job. A bra and a dress.
Because think about it. If they would have had some male adult diapers there for him, would he have stopped breaking in? If they would have bought all the money that he left, buy him a whole bunch of male
They should have put somebody outside of the door and hung it on the door handle and said, you don't have to break in.
Here's your adult diapers. You don't need to break into our establishment to get them. And then would he have left them alone then? Because is that really what he
And
wanted?
you know he was lurking during the day as people was dropping their kids off.
Lord. I think the scary thing about this is that he could have hurt someone. That's the thing. You don't know how far they'll go with crazy, taking things, pretending to be something. But when he starts to violate somebody, that's where you're like, ooh, no, he has to go.
Budgie says people don't want to go for mental help because of the stigma. Yeah, the stigma. And parents don't want to send their kids to it also because of, the stigma. Yeah. And Wendy got hearts. Love you too, Wendy. Emerald says, no, he would poop in one and leave it.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Although, kid poop is worse.
I don't know. Some adults are. Because
I've
foods
smelled
that we
some
eat.
baby poop that'll blow you out of the house.
Okay. I'm sitting.
All right, y'all. This girl body breaking down right in front of the show.
I'm cramping because I'm laughing.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Always believe. And that was another Woods Report. See y'all later.